Oh, all right. Good morning, everybody. 4:12 is the time right now, and we are getting ready for Tropical Storm Elsa. We're already starting to see some of the rain bands moving on in, but the storm is still down to our south, kind of off the coast of southern New Jersey right now. So the peak time for us is about 8 to noon time. We still have that tropical storm warning for coastal Connecticut and New London County, and that's where we think some of the strongest winds will be around the 30 to 40 mile per hour range. And then the flooding is what we're most concerned about, with a lot of rain coming down in a short amount of time, plus all the rain that we've had around recently. We do have that flash flood watch in effect for the entire state through the afternoon time today. So if you do have to travel out early this morning, right now the rain is fairly light, but it will be picking up in intensity fairly soon. In fact, we've already got some of these heavier bands now beginning to move on into southeastern Connecticut, right near New London, Groton, Long Point, Mystic, Stonington, over towards Watch Hill and Westerly. So even into Rhode Island, seeing some of that heavy rain. And we'll check out northern Connecticut with some tropical downpours, leaving Stafford and Union and heading up into Massachusetts. So this is really just the beginning. We are definitely going to see things intensify as we go through time, especially with the rain. With the wind, we're not as concerned with some very strong winds. Right now, the winds are very light. They're kind of variable, around 5 to 7 miles per hour across the state. A live look in Hartford shows very poor visibility with the clouds, the rain, 69 degrees. And in New Haven, you can see that the roads are wet. We have cloudy skies and temperatures again there in the upper 60s. Here comes Elsa. Mark, I'll send it over to you with a closer look at the radar and what to expect.
Right there, Melissa. Okay, on the northeastern part of this storm, I was just reading there's a special marine statement for, of course, potentially water spouts as well as wind gusts to over 50 knots. So it is the northeastern part of the storm that brings the worst wind. On the northwestern side, and that's the side we're going to be on, we're going to be talking about the biggest impact, as Melissa outlined, being heavy rain for us here in Connecticut. And given that the ground is saturated from days of rain, in parts of Connecticut over the last, say, week or so, we've seen 6 to 7 inches of rain. So that's setting the stage for some flash flooding concerns as we head forward in time, as those rain bands continue to work from south to north across southern New England. So we are awaiting an update from the National Hurricane Center. It will be out within the next, say, 45 minutes, if not less than that, with an update on the projected track and path here. But really, the track has not shifted much over the past, say, 12 to 18 hours. Forecast to go right over, say, the Twin Forks of Long Island, eventually toward Rhode Island by 9 o'clock tonight, up in the, say, around Nova Scotia. So some very quick movement on the storm as it makes its way across our region. So winds we could see, as Melissa outlined, gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour. The greatest possibility or area of seeing that unfold will be throughout the southeastern and coastal portions of Connecticut. And then once we get past noon, the wind really not a substantial factor whatsoever. So on Futurecast, showing the arrival of the steady heavy rain as we head toward the morning commute time. So poorly timed, of course, with poor visibility, a concern for hydroplanning on area roadways. And that rain again could lead to roads becoming perhaps even impassable, especially in prone areas for flooding. So of course, if you come across a road that is flooded, turn around, find an alternate route by 11 o'clock in the morning, looking for the rain to begin tapering off from west to east. So there's the possibility that we could see a sharp cutoff from very heavy rain to not so heavy rain. By 2 o'clock this afternoon, we're likely looking at some breaks in the clouds. At the same time, an ongoing chance for some spotty showers, maybe even some late day thunderstorms. So the overall severe weather threat, though, improves as the day moves forward. And then for our Saturday, tomorrow, we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds, a step in the right direction, but still an ongoing chance for a spotty shower, especially with the daytime heating. So with this upcoming round of heavy rain on top of what we've already had, you could see 1 to 3, perhaps 4 inches setting up somewhere across Connecticut. Could be near or to the east of the 84 corridor. Could shift around just a bit, but there's that sharp cutoff that could set up somewhere here in Connecticut. Temperatures this afternoon, say 80 to 85, especially with those breaks in the clouds. On our 7-day forecast, the humidity is not going anywhere anytime soon. Mid-80s for the upcoming week, and again, a chance for an isolated shower or storm tomorrow afternoon. We're still going primarily optimistically dry on Sunday with sun and clouds, and then it's back to near 90 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. If we're, of course, able to string 3 90-degree days together, we'll have our third heat wave of 2021. For shoreline highs this weekend, low 80s for both Saturday and Sunday. That's the latest from here.